Hey warrior, let me guess. You've been feeling overwhelmed lately. Maybe your mind's been racing at night. You're lying there in bed, staring at the ceiling, going over everything that went wrong, or could go wrong. You tell yourself to stop. You try to breathe, but that feeling, right in your chest, right in your gut, just won't let go. The stress, the uncertainty, the fear. You smile during the day, but deep down, there's a quiet war going on inside you. You're not alone. Honestly, most of us are carrying way more than we show. We worry about money, about relationships, about the future, about what people think. We try to plan every detail, control every outcome, but somehow it never feels like enough. So, what do? Here's something you might not expect. What if the answer to all this worry was found, not in a modern app or a therapist's office, though both can help, but in ancient wisdom from over 2,000 years ago? I'm talking about Stoicism, a powerful philosophy that was practiced by Roman emperors, soldiers, slaves, and scholars alike. And guess what? It still works today. Because back then, just like now, life was unpredictable. People faced war, betrayal, illness, and heartbreak. They couldn't control the chaos around them, but they learned to control the way they responded to it. That's what today's video is all about. You're about to learn 8 Stoic habits that will help you stop worrying, not just temporarily, but deeply, meaningfully. These aren't just tips, they're mindset shifts, ancient tools that can build inner peace in a world that tries to break it. And don't worry, this isn't a lecture. You won't need a philosophy degree to understand any of this. Everything we talk about today will be practical, simple, and very real. Whether you're a student, a parent, an entrepreneur, or someone just trying to survive each day, there's something here for you. Let me share a quick personal story before we begin. A few years ago, I was stuck, completely overwhelmed. I was checking my phone 80 times a day, refreshing emails, chasing validation, drowning in overthinking. I thought worrying meant I was being responsible, but what it really meant was that I didn't trust myself. One night, I stumbled onto a quote from Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who journaled through wars and pandemics. It said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That hit me like a thunderbolt. I'd spent years trying to control the uncontrollable, but I hadn't once tried to master my own mind. That's when things started to shift. I started reading more, practicing Stoic habits, rewiring the way I handled stress. And the best part, you don't have to change your whole life to find peace. You just have to change the way you see your life. And that's what these 8 habits are going to help you do. We'll go through each one step by step. You'll hear quotes from real Stoic thinkers, and I'll give you real-world examples of how these habits have helped not just ancient philosophers, but real people today. People like you and me. This is more than a video, it's a conversation. So, take a deep breath. You're not broken, you're not weak for worrying, but you are powerful enough to change your response. And that's exactly what we're about to do, together. So do me a favor, if that hit home, type this in the comments: "I choose peace over control." If this speaks to you, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And drop your thoughts along the way. I read every comment. Now, let's begin. Number 1, master the art of premeditation. Let me ask you something. Have you ever worried about something that didn't even happen? Of course you have. We all have. We imagine the worst: a breakup, job loss, humiliation, illness, and suddenly our bodies react like it's already real. The worry consumes us. But the Stoics had a powerful solution: premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Seneca once said, "He robs present ills of their power, who has perceived their coming beforehand." This habit may sound negative at first. thinking of bad things that could happen. But it's the opposite. It's not about becoming fearful. It's about becoming prepared. Each morning, a Stoic would ask, what can go wrong today? What trials may come? What insults may be thrown? What losses may appear? By imagining the worst calmly, they robbed it of its power. They made peace with it before it even arrived. Here's how you use this habit today. Before an important meeting, ask, what's the worst that can happen, and how would I handle it with strength and grace? Before a big decision, ask, if I lose everything, what do I still have inside me? Before going into your day, ask, what might test my patience today? Who might provoke me? And how will I respond like a Stoic, not a slave to emotion? Worry comes from the unknown. But when you walk into battle having already rehearsed it in your mind, you become unshakable. You may still feel nervous, but you won't be dominated by it. You'll have rehearsed your dignity, your self-control, your inner calm. And that makes you stronger than 99% of people who go into life blindly hoping for peace, but preparing nothing for war. So, starting today, before you begin your day or your next big challenge, take 2 minutes, close your eyes, and calmly walk through what could go wrong. Then calmly remind yourself, I am ready. Because that's the power of Stoicism, not to pretend bad things don't happen, but to prepare for them so they no longer control you. Number 2, practice the control test. Have you ever found yourself worrying about something completely out of your hands? The weather, what people think, the past, the economy, someone not replying to your message. We've all been there. And the more we focus on what we can't control, the more helpless we feel. This is where one of the most powerful Stoic tools comes in, the dichotomy of control. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, some things are up to us and some things are not. Simple words, but they hold the key to peace. The Stoics believed that all things in life fall into 2 buckets. 1, things you can control, your thoughts, your actions, your reactions, your values. 2, things you cannot control, other people, outcomes, your past, most of the future. Here's where most people go wrong. They give 90% of their energy to things in bucket 2, things they can't control. And then they wonder why they feel anxious, burned out, and powerless. But a Stoic warrior redirects that energy. When the Stoic is criticized, he doesn't obsess over what they said. He focuses on how he responds. When a Stoic faces uncertainty, he doesn't try to predict the future. He focuses on preparing his mind. When a Stoic is betrayed, he doesn't drown in pain. He focuses on keeping his character clean. This is the control test. Ask yourself with every worry, is this inside my control? If the answer is no, release it. Let it go. If the answer is yes, focus only on what you can do. Here's how you build this habit today. When your mind starts spinning, pause and ask, is this in my control? If it's not, imagine dropping it like a stone in the ocean. It's gone. Then ask, what is in my control right now? And take action. Let's say someone insulted you online. Can you control their words? Nah. Can you control whether you stoop to their level or stay composed? Yes. Let's say you didn't get the job you hoped for. Can you control the decision? Nah. Can you improve your skills and try again? Yes. When you live this way, something amazing happens. You become mentally lean, emotionally efficient, spiritually strong. You stop throwing your energy at walls. You pour it into windows, and slowly, worry begins to die. Not because life is easier, but because your mindset is stronger. That's the Stoic way. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I control my actions. not the world. Number 3. Limit your inputs to protect your mind. Let's be honest. How many times have you felt anxious, not because of your own life, but because of what you saw, heard, or consumed? Maybe it was a negative headline, a toxic friend ranting about politics, a post on social media that made you feel behind in life. Most of your stress is imported. It's not yours. You picked it up from the world around you. That's why the Stoics were deeply intentional about what they let into their minds. Seneca warned, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve." The same rule applies today, not just to people, but to everything you consume. You cannot fill your mind with garbage and expect peace. So, here's a powerful habit. Limit your inputs. Guard your mind like a temple. Here's how. Unfollow social media accounts that make you feel insecure, angry, or reactive. Limit news consumption to 5 to 10 minutes a day. Choose sources, not endless scrolling. Distance yourself from people who constantly complain, gossip, or bring fear into your life. Curate your digital world. Feed your mind with wisdom, strength, clarity, not noise. This isn't about being ignorant. It's about preserving your energy. The Stoics believed your mind is like a garden. If you allow weeds to grow unchecked, you'll never see peace blossom. And here's the deeper reason this works. Worry needs fuel. If you starve it, it dies. You don't have to react to every opinion. You don't have to absorb every story. You don't have to carry pain that isn't even yours. A calm mind is not a passive one. It's a protected one. Build a mental gate. Ask with every piece of information, does this strengthen me or weaken me? If it weakens you, it doesn't deserve your attention. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters. But what if your reaction is always shaped by what you allow in? Control the input, control the output, control your peace. Let this be your reminder. Drop it below. I protect my mind like a warrior. Number 4. Daily reflection. Train the mind like a warrior. Imagine if every night before bed, instead of doom scrolling or drowning in stress, you sat quietly and asked yourself, how did I live today? This was a core habit of the Stoics. They believed that one of the most powerful ways to eliminate anxiety is to review your actions daily, not to judge, but to understand. Seneca once wrote, "When the light has been removed and my wife has fallen silent, I examine my entire day and go back over what I've done and said." Think about it. How much of our worry comes from unprocessed thoughts, moments we never understood, emotions we ignored, mistakes we never learned from? Instead of pushing the day away and rushing into the next, the Stoic sits down and faces it. They ask, did I act with courage today? Did I let something outside of me control my peace? Did I say something I regret? Did I keep my values? By reflecting each day, the Stoic doesn't just remember events, they reprogram the mind. And this habit turns you into a mental warrior over time. You start to see patterns. What triggers you? What drains you? What lifts you? You become more aware of your reactions, more disciplined with your emotions, more connected to your principles. Here's how to build this habit. Every night, take 5 to 10 minutes. Sit in silence. Ask, what did I do well today? What can I do better tomorrow? Don't shame yourself, just observe. Keep a journal if possible. Let it be your mirror. And if you had a bad day, good, now you know where to grow. Worry multiplies when we run from our past. But when we face it with honesty and calm, it loses its power. Marcus Aurelius did this every night in his meditations. He didn't write them for the world. He wrote them for himself, to remain grounded, to stay humble, to stay aligned. you can do the same. And the benefit? You go to sleep with clarity. You wake up with purpose. And over time, your mind stops spinning, because reflection grounds you, and a grounded person doesn't get swept away by fear. Number 5. Amor fati. Love fate, not just accept it. Let me ask you something honest. How much of your worry comes from resisting reality? You didn't want that relationship to end. You didn't want that opportunity to disappear. You didn't want that bad news to come your way. So, what happens? You fight the truth. You replay it. You question it. You wish it were different. And slowly, that resistance grows into worry, sadness, even bitterness. But the Stoics had a radical practice for this. Amor fati, love of fate. It means not just accepting what happens, but learning to love it. To treat every twist of fate as your path, not your punishment. Friedrich Nietzsche, deeply inspired by Stoicism, said, "My formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity." Sounds impossible, right? How do you love something painful? Let's break it down. Amor fati is not about liking pain. It's about realizing that pain can shape you. It's about saying, "This happened. I cannot change it, but I will use it." You didn't choose that breakup, but maybe it will lead you to find yourself. You didn't choose that failure, but maybe it will teach you humility and persistence. The Stoics saw everything, even tragedy, as fuel. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." That problem, it's part of the path. That detour, it's the real direction. When you live like this, you stop clinging to a fantasy of how things should be, and you start embracing life as it is. Here's how to use this habit. Whenever something bad happens, pause, breathe, say, "Amor fati." Then ask, how can this shape me? What can this teach me? How do I use this instead of letting it use me? And then move forward, strong, focused. You'll notice something powerful happen. Worry turns into curiosity, pain turns into wisdom, and life, even at its worst, becomes meaningful. This is not positive thinking. This is Stoic strength. Because a person who loves fate, no matter how it shows up, becomes untouchable. Number 6. Stay present. Don't let the future steal today. Most worry isn't about what's happening right now. It's about what might happen later. You worry about getting sick, losing your job, failing in a relationship, something going wrong next week, next month, or next year. But right now, this very moment, you're breathing, you're alive, you're safe. This is where the Stoics offer one of the most healing habits of all, presence. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." Think about that. Not the past, not the future, just this moment. He also said, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which arm you today." The Stoics believed that real strength comes from fully living in the now. Because here's the truth. The past, it's already done. The future, it hasn't arrived. The present, it's the only thing you truly own. Worry hijacks your mind and convinces you to live in a time that doesn't exist. But when you train yourself to return to the moment, again and again, you take your power back. Here's how you use this habit. Throughout the day, keep asking yourself, where am I right now? Am I here or lost in what-ifs? When you feel worry creeping in, come back to your senses. Feel the ground under your feet. Hear the sounds around you. Focus on your breath. Build micro moments of awareness while drinking tea, while walking, while talking. Be here, not ahead or behind. Presence is not just a mental state, it's a spiritual weapon. Because when you live fully in the moment, anxiety starts to die. You realize, right now there is no disaster. Right now there is no enemy. Right now there is only now, and it is enough. Stoicism is not about pretending nothing bad will ever happen. It's about training yourself to meet every challenge when it actually arrives, not 100 times in your imagination. The more you live in the moment, the less space worry has to grow. Let this be your daily mantra. Right now is enough, because in this moment you are alive, and that is already power. Write this if you're done living in the past. I live fully in the present. Number 7. Choose voluntary discomfort. Here's a paradox. One of the best ways to stop worrying about the future is to practice discomfort right now. Why? Because when you become comfortable being uncomfortable, you no longer fear what the future might bring. Seneca, one of the wealthiest Stoics of his time, would often sleep on the floor, eat the plainest food and wear rough clothes, on purpose. He said, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" Why would a powerful man do that? Because he knew, if you can endure voluntary hardship, involuntary hardship won't break you. Worry comes from unfamiliar pain, but if you've trained with discomfort, loss, hunger, rejection, failure, they no longer terrify you. This is not about punishing yourself, it's about preparing yourself. Here are ways to practice this. Skip a meal and feel your strength without it. Take a cold shower and remind yourself you can handle discomfort. Say no to small indulgences to train your willpower. Wake up early even when it's hard, and do the hard thing first. Each time you do this, you're proving one thing. You are stronger than your comfort zone. And once you start seeing yourself this way, worry weakens. Because the truth is, life will bring storms. But if you've practiced walking in the rain, you won't panic when the skies open. Here's the deeper beauty of this habit. When you stop chasing comfort at all costs, you stop fearing discomfort altogether. That is freedom. A Stoic isn't trying to create a life with no problems. They're creating a mind that can face any problem. So, challenge yourself. Disrupt your comfort. Live a little harder today to live freer tomorrow. Because the less you fear discomfort, the less you fear life. If you're walking through the storm, comment, "I grow stronger through challenge." Number 8. Align your life with virtue, not results. There's one habit that most people overlook when trying to stop worrying. They obsess over results, not virtue. They ask, will this succeed? Will people like me? What if I fail? And because results are uncertain, they start to worry. A lot. But the Stoics taught something much deeper. Focus on being good, not looking good. Focus on the right action, not the final outcome. As Epictetus said, don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do, and you will go on well. What does this mean? It means when you live by your values, honesty, courage, discipline, kindness, you already win. No matter what the world says, no matter how it turns out. Worry is a side effect of chasing external things, money, fame, status, approval, but peace. Peace is born from living in alignment with who you truly are, regardless of the outcome. This is why Stoics like Marcus Aurelius focused on being upright, rather than being seen as successful. He wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Here's how to apply this habit. Before you act, don't ask, "Will this make me win?" Ask, Is this right? Before a big risk, don't ask, will I look foolish if I fail? Ask, will I grow, regardless of how it ends? When worried about how others view you, ask, did I act with integrity? If yes, you've already succeeded. You don't need to control what others think. You don't need to control the final score. You only need to control your choices. Because when your soul is clean, your sleep is peaceful. And when your actions are guided by virtue, you no longer live in fear. That's why many Stoics weren't obsessed with ambition. They weren't trying to be stars. They were trying to be strong, simple, wise humans who did the right thing even when no one was watching. And that is the true source of peace. You can't always control how life ends, but you can always control how you live it. So, shift your focus. From attention to authenticity, from outcome to effort, from fear to virtue, and you'll find the worry starts to fade, because nothing disturbs a person who knows they lived with honor. If virtue guides your path now, type, I live by virtue, not fear. Worry is the thief of peace. It creeps in quietly, grows loudly, and if left unchecked, can steal years of joy, focus, and confidence. But here's what the Stoics knew, and what you now know. You are not powerless. You may not control the storms of life, but you can train your mind to be calm in the middle of them. Remember, you are not here to be shaken by every fear. You are here to master yourself. Let the world spin. Let others chase and panic and stress. You remain still, grounded, focused, calm. That's Stoicism. That's power. That's peace. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let this community of Stoic warriors grow. We're stronger together. End this video by owning your power. Drop this. I choose calm. I choose strength. I choose Stoicism.